Hey, GH peeps, what's happening? It's your girl, Tawari Babes, coming at you with a late night review for Wednesday. That's right, folks, it's Hump Day, May 22nd, 2024. I hope you guys had a good Wednesday. I had a pretty busy Wednesday, and to everybody that hopped on my testing live, guys, that was just instant fun. I ain't even gonna front. I am not gonna front. It looks like we all down for a good live session. I'm thinking the turnout would probably be better on a Monday through Friday kind of thing. I'm gonna wiggle out some more things, and I'll be letting you guys know as soon as possible when we're gonna do one. I would like to schedule one for now, but I don't know if it's too soon. But anyway, I see that y'all ready, and I know I'm ready to do one. So we're going to make it happen. But anyway, once again, thanks for all the peeps that came to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. Kendrick! No, I'm just joking. Anywho, how was GHing for you guys? Any highs? Any lows? Any oh my goodness, Finn? No, don't do it. Don't try. Yeah, that. And oh, Violet, guys. Yes, it was another emotional day for me. And Sonny and Dante getting loud with his daddy, and I'm like, did he just get loud with Sonny? Y'all seen that? Yeah. So it was there was some episodes on here. I'm not gonna talk about the episodes that I could do without. We'll talk about that when we talk about the story. But anywho, please leave your highlights and your thoughts for today's show in the comment section. You guys know I love your thoughts and your highlights for what's going on in GH. And if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button so I can get out there in the soapy algorithm. And I appreciate all the love. Man, 300 strong, guys. Yeah, my peeps. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But anywho, guys, let's talk about it. So, and I know they replayed the start of yesterday, or should I say the end of yesterday till today, because we had to once again see Finn reminiscing about that ugly ass argument between him and his father. And I really think that is part of what's kind of pushing this narrative. I mean, other than the fact that he's losing his father, he still feels an immense guilt, guys. An immense guilt for abandoning his family, i.e. his father, and staying away so long, and all the time he feels like he missed. But Violet does come home, and he had forgot about Violet coming home. She was like, silly, it was only a half day. Guys, when I say, I should have looked up little Violet's actual name. When I say little mama brought it, honey, she brought it better than half the adults. Violet, that's what got me teared up. I couldn't believe it. I normally think it's her singing that gets me crying, but no. It was her tears, honey. Her red rim eyes. I don't know what they did to that baby. Took her favorite toy away. Told her something was horrible going on. I don't know what they did. But that baby, you could see the visual pain in her face. And it was, yeah. So Finn explains things to Violet gently. And he just wants her to focus on the good times and the memories. But Violet just wants her grandpa, which any little girl would want. And runs to his room calling his name, and she sees the bed is empty. Guys, when she ran to that room saying, Grandpa, Grandpa, I was like, oh, don't do this to me, GH. I can't stand you. I can't stand you. Oh, man. And she sees that empty bed. He didn't say goodbye. I am not crying. I am not even going to pause at this time, guys. I am maintaining my seriousness. Enjoy. He didn't say goodbye. Guys, man, I lost my granddaddy, and I was having kids. And my son and daughter were both born. So I was in my 20s. When I tell you, whew, yeah, I love my grandpa. I love my daddy Mac. He tells her if he would have known, if Grandpa would have known he was leaving, he definitely would have said goodbye. And Violet has a flashback of Granddad and hers and their moments. And I wrote again, P.S. Violet did very well. Brought me to, yeah. When I first, yeah, I was, yes, guys, I was crying. I can't help it. She was crying, and it looked so real, and it got mean, and I started thinking about all the loss I had, and then started feeling bad for Finn, and then I just got all of my feelings again. Violet asked Finn, where is Grandpa now? And it was weird that, I guess, I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. Finn's not, I don't know. They talk about the funeral and saying goodbye, and I'm like, I don't think that's what she was talking about, Finn. She wants to know where her grandpa is. He's not in his bed, and where is my grandpa? And I understand he's telling her where he physically is, but it seems like Violet's a little bit more mature than most children, so she knew that he wasn't in this. She knew. And that's when she was like, well, so you're trying to tell me that my grandpa is in heaven with the angels? That's what I was asking you, Dad. Okay, I'm asking you, is he with the angels? Okay. And Finn finally says, yes, Granddad's with the angels. And I'm going to say, and Granddad's in heaven. Because I guess, I don't know. He did send, don't think his daddy made it. Sorry, guys. Bad joke. And that's when Liz finally shows up. Because, Chase told her. And I was like, wow. They are really putting the divide in between the Fliz. I think we've seen the ka-chow of that relationship. And while giving Finn a hug, Liz sees the cup of bourbon. And y'all already know how self-righteous Liz is. Now, she has every right to be feeling this way because this man is an addict. And he's the one who's warding off liquor, saying all gateways is just, I can't handle no. And I do know, and I have worked with addicts, and a lot of them choose to stay away from all things because they don't want nothing to lead them back down that dreary place. So, she stops. Probably because she's hugging him and she's looking at him in his face, and she's like, and she smells the liquor. She smells it, you can tell. Frowns and then turns to see the bottle. And Liz ain't happy at all. I mean, like, forget all the grief and all that other stuff. She's now just, you serious, motherfucker? You serious? You drinking? So you drinking now, huh? Liz sends Violet on a friendship bracelet mission, and I'm like, I think they had to dumb Violet down for that, because I would have been like, girl, fuck this some damn bracelet. My grandpa just died. Tell your son to make me one. I'm sitting with my dad. What do you want? And when she says my dad needs a hug too, she told Liz that, I was like, yeah. She didn't go right to him. She hugged her niece, but didn't go to Finn, who lost his father too. So, guys, we could kind of see. I almost think Elizabeth is happy to be out of the situation. Because it's like she just went cold turkey quick. And y'all got to remember, they were all over each other. Well, Finn was all over her. I never thought Elizabeth. I never thought an old girl liked him. I don't think she cares for him. I don't know. It's just that their chemistry was just so not there. And I wrote, because that's what all little girls want to do when they lose their grandpa. Make friendship bracelets. It's like the last thing they want to do. She then turns her disdain to Finn. So you drinking now? I mean, I know you're hurting, but you drinking now? And goes right into it. She don't care. She just goes right into it. I am taking Violet with me, and you're going to get yourself into a meeting. Now, guys, I mean, she ain't wrong. As his woman, she ain't wrong. She knows right now every addict, they go into a dark place, and she's honestly giving him the best breadcrumbs that she could possibly get him. And we will know the telling factor if Alexis comes and she convinces Gregor, if she convinces Finn to go, then we will definitely know what's going on as far as those two going. I see it though. I do see it. And Finn's response? Nope. No, Violet's staying with me. No damn meeting. My father's dead, okay? And she's like, and I wrote, oh, Finn, now both our eyes are filling with tears. Okay, guys, yes. This was emotional. I just watched the show, so this wasn't emotional. I don't know. I was never a Finn. I was never a Finn fan. I am a Finn fan. This Michael, he killed it. Michael Easton, I think that's his name. He killed it. I hope that's his name. I didn't even look it up, but y'all didn't correct me, so I'm assuming that's his name. Let's see. Liz recognizes Finn's pain. She lets him know she's in pain, and she asks, is there, she wants to help, and he's like, ain't no help, nothing, ain't no help, ain't no nothing, nothing can take away this pain, okay, nothing, except Liz is looking all bug-eyed because he's over there pointing his hand to the mother effing bottle. Finn tells Liz what eased the pain for a few minutes, and he was pointing at the drink. And I'm like, no, Finn, no, break up with Liz. I'm happy for you breaking up with Elizabeth, but I don't want you to start dating the booze. Oh my gosh. Oh, you think they're about to? Oh, I don't even know. Is something going to happen to Finn, and Elizabeth's going to have to end up adopting Violet, and either Finn's going to leave the show, or some horrible thing's going to happen to Finn, and then he's going to be recasted into Finnegan. I don't know. One drink he says one drink, and he feels that he has the right to get. He feels he has that right just to help him get through the day. And as a person that went to Teen Al-Anon, yes, I have alcoholism deep in my family. What about the next day? And the next day? And the day after that? And when things don't get better? Or if things get worse again? Or something else happens? What then? Because the thing you don't want is for that to become the new crutch. You want to learn how to deal with pain and BS in a healthy manner. And using something to help with that can lead to other problems. And liquor does. That's what I be talking about when I be watching Young and the Restless, and I be looking at Nikki. Like, she should have at least some kind of kidney issues by now. Peeing on herself, something. I mean, yes, I'm not gonna take it back. Yes, she should have yellow eyes from her liver. She should be getting on some kind of dialysis because them kidneys are just shot. And she should be peeing all over herself wearing a woman diaper. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when they show alcoholism, long-term alcoholism, they should be showing the long-term effects of alcoholism, okay? And I feel like they're doing young YNR fans injustice, not justice, and other people that are dealing with habits, not justice, by showing a woman has been boozing out all her effing life. Come on, guys. And she still got healthy kidneys. She ain't leaking nowhere. Her eyes ain't yellow. Her liver ain't turning good. That's not even reality. There's nobody who can drink like a pickle every day of your life, just tossing up the bottle and you gonna be healthy. So no, they need to show the effects of what alcohol can do to people, because that, I feel like them showing Nikki as a lush for all her times and not showing any effects of it other than her being more lushier than she already is just a crime to humanity. Just like looking at her is a crime to humanity. Okay, I'm not a Nikki fan, but I'm getting off subject and off of topic and off of Soap General Hospital. Liz tells him she can't stop if this is what he chooses to ease his pain, but puts her foot down about Violet being there. And it had me thinking, guys, so I don't remember, because I know that Michael gave Willow like props authorities over Wiley, but I don't recall Finn giving. I don't recall. I know they talked about that, but I don't recall Finn giving legal rights to Violet. Do y'all remember that? Because legally, I mean, if she don't see nothing wrong, all she can do is call CPS and step. And CPS don't come, and as long as Violet got food and he ain't abusing her and he ain't being mean to her and all that other stuff, they ain't gonna do nothing. Now, they will be watching because, he's an addict. But I think if he's not doing any pills, and they just like, well, CPS is a lot more lenient than some people, Plus, him being a doctor, they're gonna be like, okay, we'll just keep an eye on things, make sure he ain't doing too much. But Finn looking at her like, girl, you trying to take my kid if you want to. So I just need to know. I don't recall them doing anything legal. I do recall him talking to her about it, but I don't know what happened. So we're going to go to the park, y'all. And Dex has not decided to report on Sonny as of yet. Michael tells Dex that Chris and him would like it if he didn't. I'm like, Michael, I would like it if you would stay in your own lane. How about you stop saving the family and start trying to get your wife away from creepy Drew? Okay? And I'm like, BS. And that's exactly what Dex's face is saying. This is some bullshit. And okay, guys, I ain't even gonna front. I was really hoping that Michael was not talking about cash settlement, because I think I would have lost what little. I would also have my respect for him with that one. They're like, dude, money don't solve everything, AJ. Money does not solve everything, little AJ. Oddly enough, Joss is not singing the Hang Sonny song, and I was really shocking. But she says she stopped being bossy because it didn't always work out for her. And I was like, that's my girl. She's learning. Don't be a Carly. But she did back Chris on that one. Because, everybody's so worried about Chris and her baby. Mike says he has no right to ask him if anything. And I'm like, and I agree with Dex. You ain't got no, well, I will speak for Dex. Since Joss ain't, you ain't got no right. And that made me thinking, let me stop. Mike tells him he's not asking for himself. He does believe that Sonny should pay for what he did, but he doesn't want Chris to get entangled into their dad's nightmare. Because of course, if Dex does, since Christina witnessed it, she will have to be called in, and he don't want Christina having to testify against her father. Baby stress and all that. And I wrote, me, myself, I feel like she will be all right. Time to grow up, girl. Time to grow up. Michael brings up the fact that Chris is pregnant and it may be just too much for her. Now, guys, as a mother and coming from a mother, women have faced craziness while they're pregnant. The world does not stop being foolish while you're pregnant. Everything still happens. Your man still cheats. The bills still come. They still try to shut off your stuff. Everything happens. Your kids kicking you in your rib cage. Everything still continues, okay? The world does not stop because you're pregnant. And then I look at Michael, and hello, your wife was whole pregnant with cancer, and she did it. Christina will be fine. What is with this baby? And this is why Joss is the grown-up and Christina is the baby. Because we got to baby her feelings. Oh my gosh. It's like they got a monopoly on the soap show. I'm not going to say they. I shouldn't have said that. I feel it though. And Dex asked a good question. Well, what about me? What? So I'm just supposed to walk around getting my butt beat? I mean, come on. He says, and if he's doing this, what if he goes after somebody else? And since we didn't stop him, this other person gets hurt by his actions. Good. That's a good one, because Sonny ain't going nowhere up with this at all. I almost feel like maybe if he did go to jail, hopefully the pharmacist would have to step back and there'd be the jail handling his medications. But even though, I don't know with Brennan, I don't know what kind of leverage. I don't know, because I don't know. Somebody would see that, Sonny would start being on his regular medication and be like, hold up, what's been going on? You know what I'm saying? Something has to stop for the ball to stop rolling. And I guess I see jealous being that ball. Now, I know I was defending Dex earlier, but bro, and I gotta say this, you did sign up for this. You knew exactly what you were getting into. And when the job changed and you should have told Michael to take a flying fish up the Fly Creek River and you should have left him high and dry, you stayed on, knowing the situation that you were in. So I'm tired of him and this whole entire cop stuff. And the facts are, Sonny didn't want you working for him anymore because you a snitch. Dex thinks it's time to take Sonny down. And that Mike's first instinct was right. That's what caused me to say all that. Because he's still on that. but you were falling for Sonny. You had bro love for him, daddy love actually, because I think you got daddy issues. So you were replacing your no father for Sonny, and when Sonny rejected you because he found out what you were really up to, you got butthurt. That's my opinion, guys. Forgetting that Michael always knew, and oh yeah, I wrote, and he's also forgetting that Michael always knew who and what his dad was, and solely was not, and what Michael was doing was solely out of revenge. He wasn't trying to save the world from his daddy. He was trying to get back at his daddy for hurting his mama and hurting him. That's why he let it go. Because if he really thought he was saving the world from his daddy, he would have kept on. And we all know when Michael wants to do something, really wants to do it, how long did he keep Avery? He actually went through that and did not care at all. Joss finally does say something and says, yes, Sonny does deserve to be punished because his Dex and Mike things going back and forth. But she does add, but does Chris deserve to be? And I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. We have to make a gentle world. I wish we could. I really wish we could make a gentle world where pregnant women could lay on their sides with fluffy pillows and fruit cocktails and chocolates and all kind of delights being whisked to them by fairy wings, and their hair being pampered and their face being pampered and their feet being rubbed and their backs being rubbed. If only that was possible. Dex like, so you do have an opinion. I don't think he was too much liking the fact that suddenly Joss had an opinion, right? And Joss brings up the stress affecting Chris's baby, and if something happened, would Dex be okay with that? I had to add that he really just wants to get revenge on Sonny because Sonny didn't want to be your father homeboy anymore. He didn't. He broke up the band. And then she's like, she tells him, though, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Just trying to ask you to think about it. And then I actually agreed again. I actually wrote again, Joss is actually way more mature than Christina, which is crazy. So we're going to head on over to the Metro Court. And we're in Blaze's room. And Blaze tells Chris that she can't deny what happened with her father does scare her. But she's no more afraid of she's more afraid of what the trauma's doing to Christina. I'm like, girl, she from Puerto Rico. This ain't, what? Crazy dad mafia stuff. This can't be nothing for them. I'm just playing. She hates seeing her in pain, though. And besides, her mom, Natalie, ain't no peace, so she really can't judge on the bad parent thing. She tells her that she's not her father and Blaze is not her mama. And I just don't know my dad no more. I just don't know him no more. Christina. And now she's like, oh, and now I put Mike in the middle of this. Oh, my goodness. I'm like, oh, okay, guys. Yes, this was a scene that did not need to be. She then tells Blaze the only way Michael can fix things is convincing Dex not to press charges against her father. Okay. So when Blaze's head went like this, like, you fucking serious? You think your daddy, so you gonna seriously tell this dude, really? I thought that Blaze wasn't gonna agree with Michael, and she actually does, and she uses the same excuse that everybody uses, because you're pregnant and the stress alone. And I'm like, what the hell? Oh my gosh, has anybody on this show really been pregnant? Has anybody on this all these women I'm sure have kids. These writers gotta have kids. Chris does finally admit that her dad should not be allowed to be terrorizing people just because she loves him. And I'm like, fucking finally. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, really? She calls someone else, and when Dex shows up, I'm like, guys, I was already like this. Now I'm like, okay. Chris says she don't know what to say. And I'm like, well, why you invite him? I don't know what to say. When she sees his face all messed up, I don't know what to say. Why you invite him then? What was this for? What? You just want to look at his eyes? See, that's not blinking. I don't know. What was this for? She then says something about Joss singing "I Told You So," and Dex lets her know that's not even what she's trying to do or thinking about it. And I'm like, you over here throwing little sludges, and this is all about your daddy, not about Joss. This has nothing to do with Joss. Joss, if anything, she's defending you because she's the more mature one. Dex lets her know that Joss ain't thinking about you or your daddy, okay? Well, actually, she is thinking about you, but the last person she's thinking about her daddy is your daddy, and no one wins when it comes to being right about Sonny. She immediately apologizes because she knows she was being an ass. I wrote that too, guys. Yes. She starts going on about her blinders and daddy issues, and I'm like, for real? So this is what you invited Dex over so he can hear about your blinders and daddy's issue? I mean, you could have sent him some flowers and that in the card. But when Dex admits that he had blinders on, I'm like, oh, so when you were at the Pine Barrens and Sonny wanted to put 2-2 in you, and you were saying you wanted to come back still, was your blinders gone? I don't know. She tells him about what she asked Michael to do, and that she shouldn't have because Dex does deserve justice. Then tells him that she will testify in his behalf. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. Oh no. Oh. Christina, she came out with that one. I was not expecting that. We shall see what happens with that. Because Dex is like, and I think he's probably not, because he sees the bigger picture. He don't want Christina to be caught up on the witness stand and have to go against her daddy and be all stressed out. Moving along, we're going to go to Sonny and his, oh, guys, this one right here, this one was, woo. Sonny wants to know what's going on with Dante, because Dante's not screaming, yay, daddy, I'm happy you beating up on people. He brings up Michael's plan. He let it go, but he shouldn't have. Dante's like, what, you want a medal for not killing somebody? First of all, Sonny and Dante have a lot of history on screen together. So it was nice seeing the dance and tangle between these two. Sonny feels that since he left Dex alone, he's betraying him more and more and hiding behind his badge. Honestly, Dex wasn't trying to hide behind the badge. She was trying to turn you in. So you were right about him still being a traitor. Sonny was actually right. He's like, and he went to try to be a police, and he's still working against me. He actually did turn evidence against Sonny, and Anna was like, you're gonna end up unalive, boy. Keep this up. Talking about my business, and you refuse to see it, son. And he said son, like, questioningly. Son? Like, oh, here we go. Dante says the only thing I can clearly see now is you. And I was like, oh, shit. Here it goes. You brought up the Sonny's history of violence. And this doesn't even have to do with Sai. This is your pattern of violent history. Sonny wants to know what Dante is accusing him of. I was like, well, of being a violent gangster, Sonny. He's accusing you of being a violent gangster that's going around right now beating up on people. Because that's what you're doing. Dante tells him it's not so much about you as it is about me. I've always looked the other way for so long, and it's embarrassing. This was a very good scene, guys. Not admitting who you are or who you've always been. And it was almost like it was this Dante and Christina. But Dante, you know, I don't know when Dante, I mean, maybe it's not that Dante didn't know his dad. It's that now it's like, okay, I can't keep acting like you're just a good guy on the inside and ignore all the other stuff that you're doing. Because to be honest with you, Sonny really wasn't being outwardly violent towards anybody for a while. I mean, like, everything he did was like behind scenes. The only two acts of real violence he showed was between Cyrus and him, and Cy baited him for that. I don't care. Cyrus deserves to be done a lot worse, if you ask me. And Dex. And I felt like Dex needed that ass beaten, but no more. We done. And since you can't unalive him, just beat his ass a little bit. Because Dex is a snitch, guys. We gotta... Sonny is a gangster. I mean, we can't sit there and turn our blinders on and act like this man ain't who he is. So we shouldn't be surprised. And honestly, if this was like The Sopranos, what do you think Tony would have did to Dex? What do you think? Tony took out his own cousin, his nephew, his cousin. Y'all remember that? Took him out. Had his cousin's wife took out. Tony on The Sopranos took out his boy, his family. That shit killed me, guys, to my soul. Oh, I love The Sopranos. Okay, I'm getting off topic again. Talking about a mob soap opera. I love The Sopranos, though. I hated how it ended. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. Where am I at? I'm done. Dante tells him I'm done, and too many people are getting hurt, and you got to change before something really gets bad happening. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are we planning on something worse happening than what it already is? I pray it's not Avery. That's all. Please, Lord. Yeah, I bet not. I don't want to. After the Jake and situation when he was younger, I do not like the kid situations. That's uncomfortable for me. Dante tells him to stay away from Dex, because if something happens to him, everybody's gonna know it's you. So he's like, so this is your help? You want me to hide or something? Like some coward? Shut my mouth up? I love Maurice. I love him. He is at his finest, at his prime. This is something that I hope he submits all of this for his Emmy, because he's prime Sonny. And I wrote, oh, you gotta love Sonny. You do. Dante says it's not about being a coward, it's about being smart. And he better hope that he doesn't press charges. Because you can't make amends from your family from behind bars. Actually, he could, because then he'd be, getting his mind together. He'd be like, what the hell was going on with me? Why was I doing this? Why didn't y'all stop me? Y'all see my levels? Something ain't right. And Dante was 100% point on when he told him that you put your freedom in the hands of somebody that you threatened to unalive. And in front of everybody. Sonny puts his hands together when he does this. I was like, oh, Mafia Don style. My own son has forsaken me. I was like, oh no. That's when Dante loses it. He's like, dude, come on. I'm not done. I am not forsaking you. Forsaking you would be arresting you. He's got a plan. In all honestly, Dante should have arrested him right then and there. And then, then they would have picked up Dex and asked Dex, does he want to press charges? But no. The fact that Sonny came to Dante and told him what Dante wasn't lying. You're putting me in a bad position because you're telling me this. Everything that happened. I should arrest you. And Dante didn't. And Dante should have. I wrote valid point. And that's when Dante's voice starts to rise. I have reached my limit with you. I am done protecting you, and it is time to face the piper. Sonny walks out grabbing his face and goes home, and of course Ava there. And she tells her, don't shut me out, Sonny, because she sees that there's something going on, and she's like, ooh, I can get back in here now. Sonny tells her his rewrite of what happened and that Christina's seen it all and feels as if he's lost her. Sonny tells Ava his version of the events, that Dex was there and he shouldn't be talking to my people. And I'm like, okay. I know a lot of people are saying, why was Dex there and Dex shouldn't have been there? Dex was invited by Chase. Chase is the groom. Chase can invite anybody he wants to his wedding. Now, to be honest with you, maybe Brooklyn and Chase should have talked about this some more and decided about Uncle Dimples and Dex, because maybe then Chase would have probably, but I don't think Chase would have taken it away. I think he would tell me, if your uncle's being like that, he don't need to be here. And that's real. Because this is our event. It's not about him. And that's the reality of it. That event was not about Sonny. So he should have stayed in his lane. Tells her he deserved the beating. And Jason stopped him from doing something he would have regretted. And I was like, well, at least he acknowledges that. And the fact that he's not ranting, I still want Jason's butt. Well, he didn't say that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sonny says that Christina was the only one who really looked up to him. And when she did, she would always smile. And I'm like, so damn, Avery and Donna, that they don't matter no more. You still got 2 young daughters who think the world of their daddy and thinks their daddy can do no wrong. 2 young daughters. So there's time to change. So stop acting like the world's coming to an end just because Christina finally grew up. And then that's when he tells Ava that his daughter is afraid of him. And she is, I don't know. Y'all think Christina's afraid of her dad or just disappointed? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Is she afraid or disappointed? I don't think Christina's afraid of anything. I think she was, I don't even know if, I don't know if it was afraid of him because she knows that he would never do anything to her. I don't know. So we're gonna, they did do a little Metro Court Mike and Joss thing, and they discussed Sonny, the wedding. Sonny's flashing his dimples, flirting, making jokes. Mike was like, hey, that was my dad. That's my dad, Mr. Flirtatious with the dimples, making everybody laugh. Oh my gosh, when Joss starts saying, yes, I remember that, Sonny, too, when I was actually proud of him and happy with him being my stepfather. He was so kind and empathetic. She gonna take him back when they find out that the pills is not right. And you see this, right? Y'all see this, right? They wrote a way for Jocelyn and Sonny to be back cool. Michaelin tells her, he's not lying. It's not a lie, and that's not a lie. The charm, the dimples, that love, that was real. And he did. He loved him some Jocelyn. That's why Dex is alive. It's because he loves him Jocelyn. In fact, if Sonny would have been on his meds, he would have been irritated that he's seen Dex, maybe belittle him ever so often whenever he could, but he wouldn't have hurt him. He wouldn't have hurt him at all because he does love Jocelyn and he doesn't want to. He's just like, and he don't want to. He knows who did this. Boy worked for the cops. He ain't trying to antagonize him anymore. Now he might get rid of him later on some other way. But anyway. But Michael adds that there is an ugliness and a brutality and a rage. And there was times when Sonny could hide it, could kind of control it. Not now. Michael brings up the reason for hiring Dex for protection on Sonny. And Joss brings up, well, now Dex needs protection from him. And I'm going to bring up that plan was as stupid as the first plan that you had to bring your dad down. The first place, you little petty AJ Carly wannabe. Did I just hate on Michael? Yes, I did. They discussed the Dex-Joss relationship, situationship back together. And Joss lets him know, no Dex for me, not right now. And she doesn't want to be one of those revolving couple doors. There's always breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. She don't want to be her mom and her stepdad. Her words, not mine. But that's basically what she's saying. And she brings up Dex's change. And I call it trying to get back at Sonny for dumping him. And it failed because Anna said no. There is no change in Dex. Guys, I'm sorry. I know y'all like, Tori, why are you riding Dex so hard? I don't hate Dex. I don't have any hate for Dex whatsoever. I just call BS on this miraculous change on Dex's behavior when he came in there to flip the table on Sonny because Sonny didn't want him. If anybody needs to remember who Dex is, just start watching between the time he started falling in love with Sonny and feeling conflicted to the time when he was at Pine Barrens and saying that he still wanted to be working with him to now when he ran to Anna's house and says, you need to turn him, get him now. And that was even before the ass kicking. I'm going to leave that alone. Now Joss is trying to convince us that Dex wants to be a cop. Lies. When we all know the only reason why Dex is being a cop is because Sonny don't want him anymore. Because if Sonny was to get himself together and say, Dex, you can come back, do you think Dex would still wear that uniform? He probably will now because they're trying to write him to be a goody tootie. But come on, Dex didn't want to be no damn cop. Because in that case, that's what he would have went to go do. He was a hired man. And Joss, and this is my feelings on this, guys. I feel like Joss is still lying to herself about who Dex is because she wants to make things right in her head. Oh, we got one more story. The legal beagle. Diane convinces Alexis to fight for her law license. And Alexis is at the court hearing, rubbing poor Gregory's metal to death. Diane brings up that she's rubbing it to shreds. And I'm like, isn't that a metal? How is she? And I forgot, I think it was leather or something. I thought it was metal, though. And she lets her know that she don't need luck. She has a brilliant attorney. So, guys, guess. So, it's Neil's brother that's on the offense. And Alexis is like, I don't know who he is, but he does look familiar. Diane starts her court magic, and the other guy likes the state. The other guy says the state of New York would be better off without Alexis, since she is a proven liar and has abused her trust. Okay. She did do that. She did do it. Turns out the other guy is old Fergus, Neil's brother. And of course, Diane's not going for that. You can't be. No, you got. And he legally, I don't think that was appropriate because he has, he's connected to the party and he shouldn't be representing that. And him and Diane are going back and forth, and Alexis finally comes up and looking at him like, you know what? He can do it. No, I'm jumping ahead. Alexis looking at him like, boy, bye. Fergus brings up that Neil would be alive today if it wasn't for Alexis. And I'm like, excuse me, Your Honor. Your Honor, it was actually Willow's mom. The reason why he's not here anymore is because he was blackmailing Willow's mom. And Willow's mom wasn't having that. That's why he's not here. Has nothing at all to do with Alexis Davis. Unless you're going to say her coochie killed him. And I can agree with that. Alexis coochie, she's got to kill her coochie. You know every man she sleeps with is dead. You stop being bad. Alexis lets them know she has no problem with bro and law being on the opposite. She looks forward to it. Alexis got that look. I know that look because I remember that look whenever she got. I love Alexis the lawyer, and she is crazy. She is damn good at what she do. I'm looking forward to her getting her law license back. We're gonna head on over to the Quartermaines because the Legal Beagle story was not the last one. The Quartermaine / airport story is. And it is confirmed. Monica says that Gio can stay. And I'm like, shocking. It ain't like Monica. She always loves all the kids. Everybody's kids some kind. Everybody's kid, your kid, my kid, their kids. And Ned Lee says, well, they got the room for it. Guys, so we all know that Brooklyn and Chase don't go. They actually end up heading back into the Quartermain's house. They were gonna go to Finn's, but Finn's like, I need to talk to Violet, and I don't blame Finn. He didn't want to hear Chase's questions and all that. It's too much. It's just too much. But they missed it. They purposely missed the flight. And Chase just has a lot of regrets and all these things that he wanted to say. He just felt like he always had more time. So they tell the family about Gregory, and condolences are offered, and Chase and Ned go looking for Tracy and at the stables. And Lois confronts Brooklyn, and all I can think about is, oh my gosh, Tracy. Maybe she already kind of feels it. That's why she's taking a ride. Oh, I can tell. I know she's not going to take this well, and I also know Alexis ain't going to take this well either. When she finds out, whenever. This is, this is going to be like a tumble effect to all the people that Gregory touched. So we should be seeing some sadness going on for a while with this one. Not as bad as Bobby's, but still. But I think this is it, guys. Yep, that is it. I don't have much else to say about that. I was more, not saying that I'm not a Chaselin. I love Chase. He's cool. I don't love Chase, but he's cool. But my heart got all swamped into Finn. I'm just, yeah. I don't, man. Brother man's drinking again. That's just horrible. And Violet only doesn't have a mom. She needs her dad. Especially after her losing her granddaddy. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I know the show ended but it's all good. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. You are truly amazing. I love and appreciate all the support you guys give. I will see you tomorrow. Sleep well and have a great day. God bless.